Hello students, welcome to the second video of Science, Class 8, Chapter 9, Reproduction in Animals. In the previous video of this chapter, we have discussed about the reproduction and about the sexual reproduction in animals. And in today's video, we are going to understand the embryonic development of animals. So let us start. Students, in the previous video, we have discussed about the fertilization. As we know that the fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. And after fertilization, a new cell is formed called zygote. And this zygote began to develop into an embryo. Students, you can see on your screen a diagram showing the formation of zygote in the female reproductive system. After the fertilization, a new cell called zygote is formed, and this zygote further move or roll down into the fallopian tube and reach into the uterus. And the embryo gets embedded in the wall of the uterus for further development, and this process is called implantation, or this is also known as starting of pregnancy. After that, the embryo continues to develop in the uterus, and it gradually develops the body parts such as hands, legs, head, eyes, ears, etc. And the stage of the embryo in which all the body parts can be identified is called a fetus. Students, you can see on your screen a developing fetus into the uterus of the female reproductive system. And students, it takes about 40 weeks or 280 days for the embryo to grow and develop into a fully formed baby. And this period is called gestation period. When the development of the fetus is complete, the mother gives birth to the baby. Students, as you know that the internal fertilization takes place in birds, but they do not give birth babies. Instead, they lay eggs. In a hen, soon after the fertilization, the zygote divides and travels down the oviduct. As it travels down, many protective layers are formed around it. The hard shell of hen's egg is one such layer. And when the hard shell is completely formed around the developing embryo, the hen lays the egg, and the embryo takes about 3 weeks to develop into a chick. And the hen provides sufficient warmth to the egg by sitting on the egg. During this period, which is called incubation, the chick develops inside the egg. After the chick is completely developed, it bursts open the egg cell. And students, in animals which undergo external fertilization, the development of the embryo takes place outside the female body, and the embryo continues to grow within the egg coverings. After the embryo develops, the eggs hatch up. And students, now let us know about different types of animal. So first of all, let us understand about viviparous animals. The animals which give birth to young ones are called viviparous animals. For example, dog, cow and cat. These animals give birth to a young baby. And second is oviparous animals. Those animals which lay eggs are called oviparous animals. For example, frog, lizard, birds. These animals reproduces by laying eggs. And students, now let us understand how the young one develop into adult. The young ones which are either born or hatched from eggs keep on growing until they become adults. You might have seen many animal young ones growing, and different organisms grow in different way. In some organisms, the young ones look different from the adults. For example, in case of an insect like silkworm, the caterpillar is different from the adult moth, and the life cycle of the silkworm is egg. The egg further develop into larva, and larva develop into caterpillar, and this caterpillar is developed into pupa, and from the pupa adult silkworm is produced. And students, Frog is another such example. Now let us understand the life cycle of frog. Students, the life cycle of a frog begins with a fertilized egg. The tadpoles look different from the adult frog. Such organisms undergo many changes in different stages of their development to become an adult, and the transformation of a larva to become an adult through different changes is called metamorphosis. Organisms like frogs, cockroaches, butterflies, insects undergo metamorphosis process, but human beings have the same body parts from the birth to adulthood and adulthood to old age. And students, now let us revise what we have learned today. Question 1. A tadpole develops into an adult frog by the process of option A. Fertilization, B. Metamorphosis, C. Embedding, D. Budding. And the right answer is B. Metamorphosis. Question 2. In humans, the development of fertilized egg take place in the option A. Ovary, B. Testis, C. Oviduct, D. Uterus. And the right answer is D. Uterus. Question 3. In human beings, after fertilization, the structure which gets embedded in the wall of uterus is option A. Ovum, B. Embryo, C. Fetus, D. Zygote. And the right answer is B. Embryo. Question 4. The stage of the embryo in which all the body parts can be identified is called option A. Fetus, B. Embryo, C. Egg, D. Zygote. And the right answer is A. Fetus. Practice makes perfect. Students, it's time to practice. And your practice homework are on your screens. We will be present soon with the next video of this chapter. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.